the time I met my first boyfriend. So I hope I don't get in trouble for this video because my mom will find out what happened. Okay, so this happened when I was in 8th grade, so I was 13 years old. This is back when MySpace was in, and I met him online on MySpace. Keep in mind, I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend at the time. I wasn't supposed to date until I was 16, and I wasn't allowed to have a MySpace. My sister found out that I had a MySpace, and so she would like monitor my page. And so I met this boy on MySpace, and I knew he was a real person because we had mutual friends. Some of his friends went to my school before, so I knew he wasn't a catfish or some old creepy man or something. So, where do I start? There's 3 people that you need to know. My little 8th grade boyfriend, we're gonna call him Jay. We're just gonna call him Jay. It's just random. My friend from middle school, a girlfriend, we're gonna call her Jazz. And her cousin, we're gonna call her Brie. These are not their real names, of course. So Jay, he was tall and chocolate and cute, just the way I like him, just the way I like them. Now, I don't get any boys that's tall and chocolate, but whatever. So this video really isn't about the boy. It's more so about what I went through to meet the boy. So I was in 8th grade, like I said. I was sitting in class one day. I think I was in like the computer lab or something, and I was texting him. I was texting Jay. And I was sitting next to Brie. No, I'm sorry. I was sitting next to Jazz, my friend from school. And we were talking, and somehow we started talking about where we live. And so he told me what area he lives in. And that's when I was talking to Jazz. And then she said, oh yeah, I live in that area too. So here goes me at 13. I started plotting about how I could meet him. I don't remember if he asked me to be his little girlfriend before or after this, but like I said, we met on MySpace, so he asked me to be his little girlfriend over the phone. But when I found out that they lived near each other, I asked Jazz if I could come over her house for the weekend, and she said yes, or either she offered, one or the other. So this probably was on Thursday or Friday, and I went over to her house that weekend. I'm gonna say that was like a Thursday. And so I went home, asked my mom and stuff, and she talked to Jazz's mom on the phone. And she said yes, I could come over and stuff, and they worked it out. So as soon as I got to Jazz's house that Friday after school, we changed our clothes and stuff. I thought I was cute. I want to say I had on like some black leggings and like a plaid tunic. Like it comes down like a dress, but it's a shirt. One of those plaid shirts with the long sleeves and stuff. That's what I want to say I was wearing. I thought I was cute, y'all. I thought I was cute. What can I say? And so we changed and stuff, and then I called Jay or text him or whatever to come over. We go over his house, me, Jazz, and Brie, her cousin. We get there, and I finally meet him, and we just watched TV. I believe we watched Mall Cop. So we watching a movie and stuff, and it was just regular. And he had one of his friends there. And so after the movie was over and stuff, and it was time to go, his sister comes home, and he's asking me for a kiss, and I'm just like, I'm not about to kiss you in front of all these people, including your sister, especially her. So I'm just nervous. he's asking for a kiss, and I'm just nervous. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. So I give him one little peck, just like one little peck on the lips, and it tastes like chicken poppers because that's what he was eating during the movie. And it was just regular, like we just watched TV, that was it. It was real innocent, of course. So this is where the story gets interesting, y'all. When I got back to Jaz's house, the later it got, the more creepy crawly things I saw in her house. And I mean roaches. She had roaches. She had a lot of bugs in her house, okay? Including roaches, like I said, once again, roaches. Like, it wasn't funny, y'all. She had a bunch of creepy crawly bugs in her house. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I had to sleep on the couch because I don't think she had a room of her own. They slept on the floor, her and her cousin. So before we went to sleep, they invited some boys over. And I think they snuck them in the back. Keep in mind, her aunt like lived on the front couch, like in the living room. She slept on the couch, and she was just there all day. But keep in mind, her aunt is like right there in the front room. So I'm on the opposite couch trying to sleep. And the next thing I know, someone comes over and sits next to me. And I just roll over, and it's one of the boys. And I'm just like, who are you? Why did you come sit next to me? I know you are not trying to spit some game while I'm over here trying to sleep. Don't do that. That's creepy. So Jazz is like, leave her alone or whatever. But I've tried to sleep with one eye open. Like, that freaking me out. Some random boy coming over trying to sit next to me while I'm trying to sleep. So they didn't stay the night though. They left. But I slept with one eye open. So the next day, I'm in the shower trying to get all nice and clean. And that's when her brother, her older brother, probably in his 20s, walks into the bathroom and asks me for some toilet paper to blow his nose with while I'm in the shower. He just opened the door and I'm just like, okay. What are you doing here? So I give him the toilet paper or whatever. Like, at this point, I just, reached over. Like, at this point, you're already in here. Like, bruh, just get out. So after we get ready and stuff. Oh, now here's another thing about the shower. Before I got into the shower, I didn't bring a towel. So I said, can I get a towel? And she gave me her towel, the one that she used on her body. And she told me that they didn't have any clean towels. She said they always share towels. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I dried my body with my dirty clothes for the previous day. No, sis, I'm not drying my body with your dirty towel. That may be normal in your family, but it's not in mine. So that day, we spent the whole day with Jaz's mom and stuff, like going to stores, I guess, like doing errands. We spent the whole day with her. So I didn't get a chance to see Jay on this day. So night falls and they want to go see some guys, Jazz and Bray. They want to go see some guys. I'm just like, whatever. It's around the corner from her house. So we get there, and I walk through this door, and the house smells like straight pee and cats. And I was just like, oh my Lord. We go upstairs. I was like trying to hold my breath, y'all. So we go upstairs, and they're just sitting on the bed chilling, Jazz and Bray. The boys are playing the game, not paying them any mind, and I'm just standing there because I'm not about to sit down anywhere in this house that smells like this. So the boys are like, you can sit down, you know you can sit down, right? And I'm just like, no, I'm good. And then the girls kept asking me too, like, sit down. I'm like, no. So at some point, I just got so annoyed because I kept trying to get them to leave, but they didn't want to leave. So I got so annoyed that I just told them, I just said, no, I don't want to sit down in here because your house stinks. I was 13, y'all. I was 13. I don't know why I would tell those people that their house stinks, but I did. I was ignorant. So I just walk out the door. Now, I didn't want to go back to Jazz's house because her mom would be like, well, where are they? Why are you here? So I stood outside and I called Jay and I'm on the phone talking to him. And he's like, oh, you can come over here now. And I'm just like, I'm not walking there by myself. It was too late for all that. So as I'm sitting outside waiting for them to come out, these creepy old men trying to talk to me, they just standing outside at the car just talking and stuff. And I'm just like, don't speak to me. And so I got nervous, and so I decided to go back into her house. While I'm sitting there just on my phone chilling and stuff, her mom calls me upstairs. I'm like, great, here we go. I gotta make up some type of lie. I get up there and she's like, where's Jay? I get up there and she's like, where's Jazz? Why did you come back and stuff? So I just tell her, look, we went to some girl named Ashley house. I think that's the name I said. We went to some girl named Ashley house, and that girl, she just kept getting smart with me. She wasn't nice, and so I left, but they wanted to stay, so I just left. And so her mom's like, oh, okay, and I go back downstairs. Now, when Jazz gets back, you know, of course I told her my story, so, you know, she would know my story. And that was that. So finally, it's Sunday, and I get to see Jay again. And as I got to his house, he was about to leave and go to the grocery store with his sister. So Jazz and Bree left while I went with them. And we walked there, and they was just like legit grocery shopping. They got a lot of stuff. And it was just a trip to the grocery store. And, you know, we was just laughing and talking and stuff the whole time. And when it was time to go back, we took a cab. Keep in mind, Jazz is blowing my phone up the whole time. Where you at? Where you at? Because she wanted to go in the house and stuff, but didn't want to go without me. So she's blowing up my phone. So when I get back to his house, I meet up with her. They come to his house. Or either Jay and I went to go meet them. And I think we just all hung out. That might have been the day Bree, she went to go see some man, and he was like much older than her, and we just stood outside waiting for her. Like, it was crazy. Everybody was trying to see somebody. These girls were older than me, so all the guys they went to see were older than me. I had no idea that she was older than me when you know, at school. Like, when I met her, I had no idea that she was older than me. I never thought to ask, are you older than 13 in 8th grade? But she was. So when Sunday was coming to an end, it was time to say goodbye to Jay. And this time, this was the second time that we kissed. And I gave him all these little kisses this time. It was still innocent. The whole thing was innocent, y'all. Yes, I lied to go over there, but the whole thing was innocent, really. So I give him all these little kisses and stuff, and it was cute. And this time, his breath did not taste like chicken poppers. Well, his kiss did not taste like chicken poppers. And so I probably went home that Sunday evening. My mom came to pick me back up, and that's the story of the time I met my first boyfriend. Ooh. Please don't get mad at me, Mom. Don't get mad. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations to meet that boy. Of course, you know, we broke up and stuff. It didn't last long. We were 13. Thought I knew something about love, blah, blah, blah. I did tell my mom about him eventually. I didn't tell her that I went over there to meet him. I don't think so. I doubt that I did. But I did tell her about him. And I believe one day she met him because he was in my neighborhood, and I believe he said something to her like, "Are you Siobhan's mom?" or something. And then when she said yes, he said, "Oh, tell her I said hi." And I'm just like, when she came to tell me, I was just like, oh. But yeah, that was my story time. So I hope you guys liked this story time. This was my first one, so please like and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Once again, my name is Siobhan Monet, and thanks for watching.